All right, welcome to the video. Today, we're gonna be talking about emotional intelligence in sales. So the focus here isn't to be like woo-woo and make this like a really long, boring, drawn-out video. What I wanna do is just address three things that I consistently see when it comes to sales performance, and why people consistently struggle or struggle to be consistent. And a lot of it has to do with emotional intelligence. So let's dive in. So the very first thing I wanna hit on is it's not personal. You are in the rejection business. You know, you think of a baseball player, they go to the Hall of Fame when they succeed 3 out of 10 times. That's a 30% success rate. They have a batting average of 300, they get elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And in sales, it's really no different. Obviously, we want to see that batting average or that closing percentage as high as we possibly can. But when it comes down to it, you are living in the game of no. You're gonna hear no more times than you are going to hear yes. And what happens is you hear no, 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 maybe, ghost, no, no, let me talk to my wife, no, 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 and it just wears you down. And so emotionally speaking, we have to realize it's not personal. We are in the game of no. We need to get better, personal development, and lower the chances of us hearing no by speaking to the right people who are qualified for the offer and know what we're doing on those calls. But people are still going to say no. Anyone that tells you they're closing at 100% over an extended period of time is either selling something that is incredibly easy to sell and it's basically free, and even then I don't think they'd close at 100%, or they're a complete liar. So it's not personal. When you hear this, you just got to rebound right back to it. Understand the game that you're playing. This is not for everybody. If the feeling of rejection and no really beats you up mentally, then go find something that's going to be a little bit safer, and that's okay. Not everyone is cut out to be in sales. Number two, when it comes to emotional intelligence in sales, it takes work. Whether you're setting, whether you're closing, it's going to take work. The amount of people that I speak to that go, that's not part of my job description. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to sit and talk to people that want to talk to me, and I'm not going to chase leads. I'm not going to follow up. If they don't want it, then so be it. Is such an ass backwards way of thinking. To be successful in anything, especially in sales, it's going to take work. Call the leads, email the leads, text the leads, shoot the selfie videos, follow up, be present. That's the work you have to put in on the front end with the leads. It's not going to be some sit back, kick your feet up, and just enjoy it and make 40 grand a month like every other guru wants you to believe. It's going to take work. And on the other side of it, it's going to take personal development work. You can't just watch a video like this and go, got it, figured it out, going to go crush it now. Just like anything, any kind of sport, any kind of skill, it takes training, it takes repetition, it takes adaptability, it takes understanding the situations. How can you recall or do something quickly? It's because you've repped it, not because you watched it once, but because you repped it over and over and over again. So personal development, the right type of content, the right type of mentors, the right type of environment and training and stimulus that's going to allow you to become better. It's going to take work. You're going to have to work hard to make sales, and you're going to have to work even harder on your personal development. And the third and final one I'm going to leave you with for right now is going to be emotional reaction. This is something that I see happen all the time, and I have been guilty of it myself, so I'm not saying that I am perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Emotional reaction. You feel like you're in the sale, everything is going great, it's going great, it's going great, boom, and you get hit, and they say no. They give you an objection when you didn't think an objection was going to come, and you battle and battle and battle and battle, and you are mentally worn out, and you almost just kind of give up, and then you allow emotion to overtake how we react, how we make decisions. And all of a sudden it flows into the next call. And then it flows into the next call. Then it flows into the next day. And all of a sudden you see your sales starting to dip down. You're starting to make irrational decisions. You're starting to be short and snippy with prospects that don't deserve it. Remember that every time someone talks to you for the first time, it's their first time talking to you. So give them that experience. Right? Just because someone was a jerk earlier doesn't mean the next prospect should pay the price. It doesn't mean that we pack it in and give up for the day. It doesn't mean that we make emotional reactions or emotional decisions because of something. And that also goes on the flip side. We're just talking about the negative side of things, but what about the upside? What if you're on a hot streak? You have one of those weeks where you talk to 8 people, you close 6 of them, you're on top of the world, you're feeling like the king or the queen, and you're absolutely crushing it, and you take this cockiness and this arrogance to your calls, thinking that you're untouchable. And all of a sudden, because you're coming across as cocky, arrogant, bombastic, people don't want to work with you. You lost your edge because you got overly confident. That's another emotional reaction that can happen in the world of sales. So let's make sure that whatever it is that we're doing, that we're keeping emotions in check. We're not having emotional reactions to the downside or to the upside. We're staying as even as we possibly can. And the biggest thing is that we repeat boring, successful actions, whether that's preparing for the call, how we show up to the call, the questions we're asking, the tonality in which we talk in. All of that matters. So making sure that we stay out of reacting or overreacting because of emotion. So those are my 3 things I really want to hammer home with you today for emotional intelligence in sales. Number 1, it's not personal. Someone says no, don't take it to heart. Move on to the next one. Number 2, it takes work. It takes work on both sides. Work in terms of putting in the work with the leads to close the sale, and then work in terms of your personal development. And then number 3, emotional reaction. On the downside, if things are going not the way that you want them to, we cannot be overly emotional and overreact because we're not feeling good about the current process. Take a step back, reflect, reset, and go. And on the upside, if you are absolutely dominating it and you're crushing it and you allow that emotion to carry over too far, well, you're gonna start turning people off and you're gonna see your performance dip as well. So repeat boring, successful actions and you'll see so much more success because of it. So take these 3 things down: emotional intelligence, make sure that you're absolutely out there being consistent and crushing it.